Hello, everyone. My name is Blake Cadwell. I'm the founder at Soundly.com. It's a site that's dedicated to helping you pick the right hearing aids and compare technologies. And today I'm going to review a product that I'm pretty excited about, and it's the Bose hearing aids. They're behind the ear style. I took a few photos, and I've actually had these hearing aids now for about 9 months. I've worn them in a bunch of different settings. I'm going to share what my experience has been so far and who I think they're right for. So this is how the Bose hearing aid arrived to my door. It came in a pretty compact little box, as you can see on the left. And then when you open up that box, you see a nice, neat carry case, which I find to be really attractive. And inside that carry case, you find the hearing aids themselves. Now, these hearing aids are not rechargeable. They do require a disposable battery that lasts between 5 to 7 days, depending on how much you use your hearing aids. I've found this part to be, not really that inconvenient. I think it depends on who you are. Rechargeable hearing aids are certainly nice, but in this particular case, the battery doesn't bother me, especially for the price. So inside the box, you also find a number of accessories, a measurement for your ear, various dome sizes, some cleaning tools, and some supply of batteries. There's also a manual there to help you with the next step, which is setting up the hearing aids with your phone app. Now, I didn't get any photos of the hearing aid in my ear, but these are a couple of photos that we took for a photo shoot that we use photos on Soundly.com. And this is what the hearing aid looks like. Very discreet, simple little wire that comes over the ear. I think we have one from the back. Yes, we do. The Bose hearing aid only comes in gray at this time, so you'll have to go with gray for now. Maybe that changes in the future, but for now it's just in gray. So once you get the hearing aid in your ear, you'll go through a few very simple steps to set it up and pair it with your phone. I found this part to be extremely easy. There's a left and a right, along with a few instructions on how to place the product in your ear. A few more images of the screen here. And then once you get the hearing aids set up, you'll see a few simple screens. So the first screen you'll see is a screen that allows you to change the world volume, which is essentially just the volume around you, how loud you want everything. And then you'll also be able to adjust the treble and the bass. So you're essentially deciding how deep or how kind of high pitched you want the noise around you to be. And this is really where you're controlling the hearing aids to match your particular hearing loss. And in my case, I have a cookie bite, so I miss more tones in the middle. Therefore, I turned the treble sort of towards the middle, the treble and bass sort of towards the middle. Many people might turn it more towards the treble if they're countering a high frequency hearing loss. But you're in complete control here. You can change it as much as you want, move it around, even in various settings. I find myself doing that from time to time. Another screen gives you a chance to go to change the mode. So you can change based on some presets, conversation, outdoors, music, and television. You can also update those modes to your own personal specifications. So you could play around with the right volume and bass and treble, and then set those as your defaults for television, outdoors, music, or you can even add more. And essentially, that's it. Once you're into the product, you have those couple of options. I have tried these hearing aids, as I mentioned, for a handful of months. I even took them on vacation recently. I have a blog post about that. I've found them to be pretty effective in conversation day to day, TV listening, just out and about. I did find in a few situations where background noise was really strong that this product wasn't quite as good as some of the premium products that I've tried. So that's just one thing to keep in mind. In one particular case, I think it was actually in this location you see here, there were a lot of cicadas that were very loud in the background, and my hearing aids were not able to decipher that between the speech of the people that I was around and the cicada. So just something to be aware of as you think about premium products versus this product, which is around $800. A couple more images from my vacation and another image of the sound control screen. This product's gotten great reviews. It's got hundreds of reviews that are 5 stars. Some people, don't love that it's not a full premium hearing aid, but many people do love the price. And overall, this is a great quality option for anyone who's looking to get started with a hearing aid that isn't going to take a lot of setup and is fairly affordable.